I just did my entire review and I just found out I wasn't even recording. So also, guys, I know my mic sounds weird. I spent $100 on it, but I'll try to figure out how to make it sound as best as possible. So I apologize if it sounds. I just watched this movie and now I hate old people. A couple nights ago, I saw this A24 film called X, and I couldn't fall asleep until past 5 a.m. I don't think I could look at old people the same anymore. Ty West directed this film, and apparently a prequel was filmed a couple years back, but he won't release it for some reason, and I need that. But immediately, and I'm not exaggerating, less than a second after the first frame of the movie, I know that I was going to love it. The first shot was without a doubt the best in the entire movie, and it actually tricks you because it makes you think that the aspect ratio of the film will be something else, but really it's just a frame within a frame. And it's of this house that shows a police car pulling up, and you dolly forward to reveal 2 other police cars already there. And let me tell you, the composition of the placement of the cars and the exact place of one of the police officers standing is pure cinema. This movie starts off slow. It's a story that was clear, but it was very intentional, because in order for you to care about these characters, you have to spend time with them, and the best way to do that is to be stuck inside their dirty van for 15 minutes. Every character gets her moment to shine throughout the entire movie, but I think the standout was without a doubt Mia Goth, who, believe it or not, played an elderly woman who I won't show in my video because she's the definition of my nightmares. And while watching this, I thought to myself, I wonder if they got younger actors to play these old people. But when I thought younger actors, I was imagining someone like in their 50s or 60s. Mia Goth is 28 years old, and she looks like a 130-year-old woman who got run over by a car. The way she walked and just stood there was so terrifying. It was the definition of something so disturbing you can't look away. And speaking of this exact same feeling, there's a moment when our character is in an innocent state of mind, and it's at a very peaceful space. Then the danger comes in and literally enters the frame, and the suspense creeps up on you, just like the elderly woman. But there are actually some very, very interesting themes, such as love, loneliness, religion, ageism, and just life in general. And what I loved about this movie was that I thought it was so unexpected, but it was so unexpected that we got a side of a particular type of character that we don't really see in horror movies. This movie was so much reminding me of Good Times starring Robert Pattinson. It's actually helped him get the role of Batman. That was an amazing movie. Go check it out, guys. Also, I think by A24. But it reminded me of that movie in terms of being the best movie to likely not get an Oscar nomination in its year. It excelled in directing, acting, editing, also writing, cinematography, and sound design. Overall, if you don't like thrillers or horrors, you will not like this movie. I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars or an 8 out of 10. And honestly, if the aspects of this movie, like directing and all the other stuff, was just a little bit better, I believe it would have had a shot at many Oscars. But I'm used to it because the MCU and A24 make the best movies that don't get recognized at award shows. And so I decided to make this last part of my video with spoilers because I need to talk about it. So if you guys want to leave, feel free to follow my TikTok limit on TikTok and subscribe to my YouTube Little Mail. I'm getting into spoilers, guys. With us now dipping our toes into spoiler territory, I'm gonna do like a full cannonball into spoiler territory actually. So there was a moment in the third act that had me thinking, they're trying to give you the hint that Jenna Ortega's character will be the final girl trope that you see in almost all horror movies. But what if they switch to the only other girl standing, Mia Goth's character? And literally after a minute of me saying this, Jenna runs out of the cabin and gets shotgunned out of nowhere. So I guess if my thoughts become a reality, then you know where to hit me up, Jenna. And as I was saying before, I realized that I wasn't even recording. This movie only made like about $4 million, which isn't a lot. Yeah, so a prequel film was shot back to back in secret with the first film, which is kind of weird. I hope they release that like somehow. It says a sneak peek was also shown at X's post-credit scene for North American releases only. I didn't see that. Honestly, one of my favorite movies of this year, and I strongly suggest you guys check it out. If you guys are into horror movies, like you see horror movies like a lot, you're not going to get scared by this. But I don't watch horror movies too often, so that's why this was like intense. And one of the most scary parts were when you're with your character, the camera's with their main character, and they're kind of out of focus, and the focus shifts to a suspicious figure in the back, super tiny, but so much more terrifying for some reason. But that's it, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube for more film reviews, and also follow my TikTok limit on TikTok. I have Marvel, DC, Star Wars, all kind of that content. And also comment down below if you want to make a video with me playing Fortnite, GTA, or any other video game, because I want to do that more often. Thank you guys for watching.